Despite calling God stupid, President Rodrigo Duterte is invited to attend Pope's Day. Voice icon makes the announcement saying the papal nuncio in the Philippines, Archbishop Gabriel Giordano Cacha, invited Duterte to Pope's Day or the Feast of Saints Peter and Paul. Saicon is part of a three-man ad hoc committee tasked to reach out to the Catholic Church after the fallout of the president's rants against God. The event will be held at the papal nuncio's residence. It's not clear if Duterte will be attending. The announcement comes as Malacanang tries to explain Duterte's remarks that offended religious leaders in the country.
Your God is not my God. Your God is stupid. My God is perfect. And even itong Last Supper, who are the idiots there? Basta na lang ginawang santo, ito ang mga to sa painting.
Two more big Christian groups slammed Duterte for calling God stupid. The Philippines for Jesus Movement, or PJM, led by Brother Eddie Villanueva, says, Mr. President, you are no simple citizen. You are the president of this land and your words and statements do affect the whole of the Philippines. The other group, the National Council of Churches in the Philippines, or NCCP, admonished Duterte for the brazen exercise of power against one's religion. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, for her part, defends her father. In a Facebook post, Sarah says Filipinos should not listen to Duterte when he tries to interpret the Bible or the Quran. He is the president, listen only when he speaks about his work, and criticize him on his work, not on his talkalies. He also takes a swipe at critics who call her father a misogynist. She says the hashtag Babae Ako campaign is doomed. What he doesn't like lies not in the gender but in the character. He has no respect for weakness. And many women and some men are known to be damsels in distress, that hashtag Babae Ako included. The Philippine peso is expecting to slide further to 54 pesos to $1 by year-end. Fitch Group's analytics arm BMI Research says the Philippine peso continues to be the worst-performing currency in the region, having weakened by more than 7% against the US dollar year-to-date. The think tank says the peso is still technically looking bearish or trending downward. Inflation is still significantly higher at 4.6% than the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas benchmark of 3.5%. BMI Research adds, in our view, the interest rate is too low for an economy that is expanding by close to 7%. It adds, bond investors are demanding higher returns for the expectations of higher inflation. On the upside, remittances from overseas Filipino workers are expected to support the currency. Remittances account for over 10% of the country's gross domestic product. At least 6 patients with leptospirosis died this week at the National Kidney and Transplant Institute, or NKTI. Dr. Louis Lim Chu of the NKTI says the hospital has admitted at least 52 patients with leptospirosis this week alone. The number is consistently rising. The whole of 2017 had approximately 40 patients admitted with the disease. Lim Chu says they still expect more patients to come in the next few days. The effects of the disease appear 7 to 10 days after infection. Lim Chu reminds the public to avoid wading through floods as much as possible, or at least put on protective footwear to avoid getting infected. Rain and flash floods hit Metro Manila the past weeks.